Witness number 1.
Witness number 2.
All right, so imagine you are a surgical technician and you have the job of setting everything up. You work hard, you put a lot of time and effort into the job you do, and it really doesn't matter. You don't get appreciated, you don't get extra thank yous. You just do all that work for nothing. So surgical technicians are often overlooked and underappreciated on many different levels by the doctors they work with every day. As far as credibility, I have worked in a surgery center for 2.5 years, and I've worked with surgical technicians, as well as having a dad as a doctor, just growing up with it. I feel like I'm pretty qualified to share this information with you guys. And how does it relate to you? Well, surgeries, everyone has them at some point in their life, minor or big, and you want your surgery to go as smoothly as possible.
Right.
So you're going to want to make sure that that the technical surgeons are ready to go. So today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how they're overlooked, what a possible solution to this could be, and more of just about the future, good or bad, with that being said. So let's first talk about how they're overlooked. So they're needed because they organize and prepare a lot of the machinery and a lot of the equipment that goes along with surgeries. They assist and prepare the operating room for surgeons. Without them, doctors wouldn't be as efficient. And that was said by a surgical technologist. So an example of this would be when I worked at a surgery center, I noticed firsthand that the doctors weren't as helpful with them, and it took a little longer to set up when it didn't need to. And so they could have even fit even more surgeries in there if they had been given the chance to help out and make it a little more time efficient. So they don't get appreciated, and they're somewhat taken advantage of. According to a surgical technician in San Diego, he claims that even though surgical techs are not well known as part of the surgical team, they are the backbone of the surgeries because they set up everything, they get everything good to go. So the doctors I've met as well, I've talked to them about it, and the one in particular that I talked to claimed that he helped out a little bit, but not as much as he thought he should have. So now that we're done talking about kind of how they're overlooked and the issue, let's talk about a little more on the solution part of things. So I'll start by giving a quote. It says, "By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail." Doctors should be involved more to understand a little bit better about the things that go on. According to the NT Sharing Network, like the center of a football team, technician job is not glamorous. So with that being said, the center of a football team kind of gets overlooked a little bit. Everyone looks at the quarterback, and in this situation would be the doctors. They kind of overlook the technical surgeons. So this solution is a good one because it shows the difficulty that goes into the job. And when they help, the doctors are more understanding of the situation, which makes everything better, makes everything run a little more smoothly. So they are made fully aware of the hard work, and I think because of that, they are a little more underappreciated because it does take a lot of work to set up every surgery, different types of surgeries. According to another source from online, it says that many doctors who have helped techs realize and they realize how patient they have to be in order to get everything worked out and done. So this is a great solution because the doctors soon realize how tough their job is, and it just makes everything a little bit better. Everyone's more appreciative. So now that we're done talking about a solution to the problem, let's talk a little bit more about the result of this and how it would look for the future. So if this were to work, then I think that the surgical technicians would get a little more credit and maybe even more pay once the doctors and everyone that works with them understand how hard their job really is. So in agreement, the result would be a more appreciation for the surgical technicians. Doctors who have experienced the job of a tech acknowledge that they work hard and that they appreciate at a higher level. People find it interesting because doctors, in return, if they are ignored, then the job is a lot slower and it doesn't run as efficiently. So the techs in the surgical realm are often overlooked by the doctors and often taken advantage of. And that was another online article that I had found that pertained to the subject. So basically in this kind of situation, you can tell which doctors are more helpful, and those types of scenarios are a lot more efficient in the operating room. So now that I've talked to you a little bit today about how the surgical technicians are overlooked, and then a possible solution, and then how the future would look with that, I'd like to conclude with saying that the techs are overlooked and underappreciated by many doctors they work with. So next time you are going in for a surgery, make sure you let the surgical technician know that you're thinking about them and you appreciate the job they've done. Thank you.